Okay, Jonathan de la Garza. This guy, you may know him from the Positive Pin. He has a Think Positive campaign here in San Antonio, and he's encouraging San Antonio to look for the positive outlook, to look at things with that from a positive way. And he lives it, he breathes it. If you are around this guy, you are feeling positive. You're doing something fun, you got a smile on your face. It's not just a tagline. He really is a positive guy, and he's really wanting to share that message with everyone. And so, let's see, your sign says, I think positive.
Well, I'm going to start by saying thank you, Sarah Brookline, for coming up with such a creative way to highlight the diversity of San Antonio. And when I saw her campaign, I said, I want to be a part of that. Because I love being around creative people. It makes me feel more creative. Like if you want to be a better musician, surround yourself with good musicians. If you want to be a more positive person, surround yourself with positive people. Now, for those of you who took part in the campaign, I'm sure you can relate. If you didn't, this is my version of what happened. So I'm there in line. It's a bunch of people taking their photos. I'm starting to get nervous. I'm thinking, okay, Jonathan, you better write something good on this sign, because the whole city, possibly the whole United States, even the whole world is going to see this message. So I'm there, I'm thinking, okay, Jonathan, think, what are you going to write? Think positive. Okay, yeah, that's a campaign. Nobody has probably written that. And mind you, you can't copy what anybody else has written. So no pressure, right? So on the day that I was there happened to be two of these little iconic white signs that you guys have seen. And one is in front of the camera, and the other sign is for the next person going up. So you get the sign, and you have about 30 seconds to write what you want to write. Now let me tell you, when I saw people writing, they were nervous, their handwriting was all, they had to erase it, and people with white shirts had black ink on it. So you don't have a lot of time to get your artwork on there. So I write it down, and I was feeling like I was in a rush, because I wanted to get it right. So I wrote, I think positive. Now, for you grammar experts out there, it should be, I think, positively, because positivism is an adverb. But you know, I was in a rush, and I wanted to focus on my Think Positive campaign, because that is my campaign. So, why think positive? Well, it's no surprise that we're constantly bombarded with negativity, right? You turn on the TV, you listen or watch the news, and the majority of it is negative garbage. So if we want to live a happier life, we really have to monitor what goes into our minds, because the things that go into our minds affect our lives. So it's been said that our mind is like a garden, and our thoughts are seeds. So it's really beneficial to plant positive seeds and water those seeds with clean, positive water. There is a leader in the motivational world. His name's Earl Nightingale. He's an author, and he said this one quote that really blew me away. And it was actually in a play written by Archibald MacLeish, and he says, the only thing about man that makes him man is his mind. Everything else can be found in a pig or a horse. And it's uncomfortably true. You think about it. We have a heart, they have a heart. We have a nervous system, they have a nervous system. We have a brain, they have a brain. But it's our mind that makes us different. It's our mind that has allowed us to become the dominant creatures on this earth. So in 2009, I decided to take a hold of the way that I think and focus on positive thoughts. And the first thing I started doing was monitoring how I spoke and the things that I said to myself. For example, I don't have problems. I have challenges. Because challenges can be overcome, right? Problems, they are a little more difficult to get over. Also, I don't react to situations, I respond. So what I noticed is that people have a habit of getting into these negative ruts. You wake up in the morning, and I'm sure some of us have done this in the past, we think, it's gonna be a terrible day, and what ultimately happens? We have a bad day. And so next time that you find yourself kind of getting in a negative rut, I want you to think about that, because you'll be forming a habit of thinking negative thoughts. And there's a wonderful quote by Warren Buffett, and he says, the chains of habit are too light to be felt until they're too heavy to be broken. So mind your habits, and thank you.